My name is Brian Nabors. I came from the Northwest region, and the title of the piece is Three Dances.
Cool. Style.
Oh, it's a mixture of many different things. I grew up in the gospel church. I grew up listening to a lot of jazz music, a lot of neo soul and R&B. And then when I went to school for composition over the last 9 years of college or so, I finally started getting into Bartok, Stravinsky, many of the major masters, Shostakovich, and many of the living composers that are alive today. And I sort of combined that contemporary style with all of the popular American styles that I've, grown to know within my own culture. So it's about really a very fluid crossover blend of all these different elements.
Cool. Great answer. Have you entered many composition contests before?
Just a few, not too many. I mostly write for my friends. I mostly write for calls for scores, things of that nature. Never any serious competitions. But I try to apply for most things that I can get my hand on. But I'm extremely busy as I'm in a band and church job, the whole nine. So I stay pretty busy.
Awesome. What about the Rapido competition in particular drew you in?
Oh, it's the idea of just the quick succession that you have to get this stuff out. It's really cool and an amazing concept. I'm used to kind of being under pressure anyway because I have so many hats that I wear every week. Having, as I said before, a church job and being in a band and practicing for other things, it kind of gets in the way of composition in general. So when I saw this, I found it just an amazing opportunity to just practice woodshedding and getting things out very quickly and things that you can be proud of. Many elements of the composition. Oh God, I got sidetracked. So it's okay. I'm lost.
That's okay. That's a good answer.
It's hard.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what we're about to talk about.
Yeah.
Did you find the 14-day requirement, was it easier or more difficult than you expected?
It was a little bit more difficult. I've been in situations in the past where certain ensembles would want scores and parts within a really reasonable time period, but because of my own things getting in the way, I had to play catch up. So it kind of felt natural, but in a lot of ways it didn't because of the parameters of the specific things that was required of us to produce. So that was the whole of it. It felt just a little bit more pushy than normal, but it was very fun time for sure.
Cool. If you had more than 14 days, do you think the piece would be better?
I wouldn't say better or worse, maybe different. I feel like maybe if I had a little bit more time to sit with the dance styles that I chose, I might have made a few different decisions. But it's interesting because the first week, I actually just sat and I looked up 3 different dance styles that were featured in the piece. And I kind of lived with them and tried to embody them in the work and try to get the most cohesive sound out of the ensemble that we were given. So it was a very interesting thing in that regard, too.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Did you have any sort of unique sense of contentment or unique regrets after writing so quickly?
Regrets.
Or contentment.
Or contentment? I wouldn't say too many regrets. Contentment, I think I'm pretty happy with it. If I had to go back, I'd maybe change 1 or 2 things that technically, maybe could be better. But aesthetically, musically, I think I'm pretty happy with it.
Cool. How can a composition contest be a benefit to a composer?
It's so beneficial in many ways. Just especially a contest like this, but I would say in general, it gives you a chance to put your music out there for people to get to know you, no matter what the result is, and just gives composers a chance to put themselves in an environment where their music is heard and appreciated, and get great feedback on the many things that they have to learn in school versus the real world, versus the encounters that you'll have with players. It builds your professional experience that way as well.
Cool. Did you learn anything about yourself in the process?
Oh, for sure. Things I learned about myself were definitely strategies to strategies to work better under pressure. Um, I learned to really plan out a piece, even if you don't have 14 days to write it, but to take all your options into consideration while you're working on something that will be heard by people. And you really want them to hear your best work and hear what you have to say as a composer. And yeah, it's just about putting your best foot forward.
Cool, cool. Has writing in this on this deadline restriction, has it affected any successive pieces that you've done since?
Has this competition affected what I've done after? As far as what I've learned?
Yeah. Or has it affected the pieces that you've written?
Oh, interesting. I wouldn't say too much because I got a chance to relax after it was over, and I could return kind of to like my normal self as usual. I will say that I was finishing up a dissertation this year before my graduation, and I had it about 2 weeks to finish it, coming back from Christmas break. So I was kind of thrown into the same situation, but in a lot of ways, it kind of prepared me to get it out. Having, I guess, had the experience with this competition, for sure.
Okay, yeah. How do you feel about the possibility of being invited to write a piece for the ASO?
Oh, it would be a dream come true. I love the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. I can't tell you how many times I listened to all of their recordings in my car. Just driving down the street, cruising around. It's just, it's a great organization. I love Maestro Spano's zeal for new music and exposing people to different cultures, different ways of thinking, different perspectives. It's just, I believe, a great institution, an organization, an orchestra for the 21st century. I believe they're more than equipped to handle all of the different parameters as far as the way the world is changing going forward. Yeah.
Excellent. What's up next for you professionally?
Oh, what's up next? Definitely graduating with my Doctor of Musical Arts. That's my top priority. Finding a job, supporting myself, and continuing with what I do best, composition going forward, getting my work out there and just letting my music speak so it can hopefully help change environments, change lives, touch people in different ways that they haven't been touched before. A lot of what I do is about exposing communities that may not get a chance to experience this type of music and art form. Give them the chance to really feel something that they may have not felt before. Give them the opportunity to aspire to have careers that they may not have had before. And so it's a great opportunity and a great thing to choose to do in that regard. But if I had to give anyone advice, I would say definitely don't do it unless you have to. And a lot of composers say that, but it's very true.
Awesome. That was great. Yeah.
Cool.
That concludes